know, so many of you have been following the Cityline Weight Loss Challenge. It is going amazing. We're 2 months into it, and we're following 3 ladies and 1 gentleman through their 4-month weight loss journey with Dr. Joey Schulman. Dr. Joey recently invited them over for lunch, and not only did they have fun, but they learned some things as well.
Do you want avocado? Oh my God.
Yes, please. I love avocado.
Okay, guys, so you know me, you need to love your lunch. Love it. So you want to be prepared. You want to make sure you have enough variety. You want to make sure it's quick and easy. So if you want to have your grain for lunch, whether it's a wrap or spreaded grain bread, that's amazing. Just make sure that you're having a protein. So proteins aren't as grabbable, so that's where we need to plan. You have to plan your proteins. So I'm a big advocate on spreaded grain bread for sandwiches or wraps. You can even get grain-free wraps, believe it or not. Reenie, this is a carrot wrap because I know you're going grain-free right now, or you can do a lettuce wrap. And I want you to put a lot of variety in there, guys. So peppers, avocado, make sure you have your proteins. Sprout it up. Like, let's get some sprouts in there. So make sure, like, my sandwiches or my wraps are literally, they're tall, they're big, because I'm really loading things up, so I feel like I'm having like a sandwich. You can always do a crestless quiche. I think you guys seen that post that I've done, that great crestless quiche. It's amazing because you can have it all week long, or a turkey chili or a chicken chili. There's great recipes for that too. Pre-make it. The whole family can have it, and then you can grab that for lunch. And then, you know, when you're at lunch, you know, when you're at work, you pull out something homemade that you've brought. Delicious. So dig in, guys. Enjoy.
The program for me has been really easy. I feel like I'm eating all the time. It's fantastic. My energy level has been amazing. Something that I was really looking for with this program was sustainable energy throughout the day, and that's what I'm really finding that I'm getting.
What I'm trying to do is make one protein for everybody. So whether it's chicken or turkey or fish, I try to do that for everybody. They get the pastas and rice with it, and I eat the salads and veggies. So it's not that difficult.
So one of the biggest surprises for me, and one of the things that I love most about doing this on this journey, is the new foods that I'm discovering. There's things that I probably wouldn't have tried, and thanks to Dr. Joey, she's introduced me to many different things. One of my favorite meals is breakfast. And just doing the almond milk with the fresh fruit and the all bran and the other cereals that I'm combining is amazing. So I'm really enjoying that.
Who doesn't love breakfast? I know I do. Please welcome Dr. Joey Schulman. You're doing amazing. They're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. We're very happy that you are here on this show with us because this program has been so monumental. We just watch all of the momentum building online on Facebook, and it's been incredible.
It's amazing.
I think we should give these guys some props right now. So we've got them here in our studio, and I want to talk about how everyone is doing right now. We're going to start with Kellyanne. Kellyanne has lost 13.6 pounds. 7 inches down overall. 7 inches, that's significant, right? Very significant. Now let's look at Reenie. Reenie is down 18 pounds, 6 inches. Incredible. Charlene is next up. Charlene is down 19 pounds. 19 pounds, 9.5 inches. Incredible. And we've got Sean. Sean's down 16 pounds, everybody. 8.5 inches overall. Amazing. Which I think is incredible. You know, before we talk a little bit more about the program and self-care, I just want to talk to Charlene for a sec because we couldn't include her talking in the tape because she had laryngitis. Yeah. So now your voice is back. You're down 19 pounds. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. The energy level has been amazing. I'm not running out of breath when I'm running after my 2.5-year-old. So this program has been great, a lifesaver, really.
Aww.
So.
All those functional changes are the things that I know you're most into. It's not as much about fitting into skinny jeans as it is about being able to walk up and down those stairs and chase those kids and get those groceries into the house. That's what we're looking for in this program.
Yeah, absolutely, and mood and energy. So think of how you parent when you're in a food fog, and then think of how you parent when you have lean protein and vegetables for dinner. And not that, you know, it all has to do with eating perfectly all the time, but if you can stay balanced even 80% of the time, it affects, I think, it affects everything.
It really does.
Yeah.
Taking some time out for yourself is really important as well. You've always been a big proponent of this, and I love the fact that that's the message that you also include as part of your program. So we want to talk about self-care now. All the little things you can be doing to focus on yourself.
Absolutely. So self-care starts early, 20s, 30s, 40s. Now, I'm turning 45 in 2 days, so I
You
find
look phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
You look so good.
Thank you. So I find self-care in your 40s really important, but start early. Start in your 30s. So a couple of things I want to talk to you about, and I've been in natural health care for over 13 years, and there's a few things that I find really stick and really make a difference.
Okay.
When you wake up, that morning time, I need you to stretch. And even if you stretch for 5 minutes, even if you get a yoga mat, this is called a zafu, a meditation pillow. If you don't want to meditate, if you just want to, it helps you stretch out your limbs, or a block to help things go further, just take 5-10 minutes of me time, because we all have the best intentions of parents of doing it after school or after dinner. I find that morning hour, if it's not something done in the morning, it's often missed. So,
I agree.
Don't you agree?
Sometimes you got to set the alarm and wake up early to get it in.
Yes.
But it's worth it once you get it in there. Just to be in a house that's quiet, I think it's worth getting up really early.
Yeah, there's something very, I don't want to use this word sacred, but I will use the word sacred about the morning hours.
Yes.
That when the house is quiet and you never feel like getting out of bed in that morning. I'm not one of those, bing, I'm awake, I'm happy. I'm like, give me 15 minutes. But once it's done, you feel so much better.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've done that, and now you want to
that.
move into other ways of self-care. Are we going to talk about the dry brushing?
So dry brushing is just a way of exfoliating and detoxing, and it is a nice, easy thing that you can do before the shower. And you just you can get a dry brush from your natural health care store, and you're going in an upward direction. So you're exfoliating up and around your tummy area and a counterclockwise.
Oh, really?
Counterclockwise. And you actually do feel quite energized when you do this. It's not something you have to do each and every day, but cheap, easy, throw it into your routine, give it a shot. It actually does work.
Lovely.
You feel
if anything,
great.
it's a nice little massage.
It is a nice
Why
little
not?
massage. Absolutely. Now, as we get older and as we get hit by the winter, skin suffers a little bit. So I'm a big advocate. Don't be shy to put oils on your face. So if you want to do it at nighttime, you can, so there's no shine in the morning. But I'm actually cleansing with oils these days. And if you like to, if you're getting into your late 30s or 40s, put a serum on. Okay. Vitamin C serum, anti-inflammatory, or there's collagen serums out there as well that are really good naturally for your skin.
So what are you doing exactly? So you're putting the oil in, are you washing it off after, or you're keeping it in? I would keep it in. I have no problem with oil on my face. I have fairly dry skin. But I know a lot of people are thinking, oil on my skin? No?
Well, it's naturally going to, some of it is going to set in your skin, but it does get the debris off your skin. Okay. So I'm a bit of a skincare junkie naturally, and you'll find that, I promise you won't break out from this. If anything, this will help exfoliate and detox a little bit better.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, now vitamins, we all know they're important. What do we need to be taking? Because in order to get all of this with food, you'd have to be eating a lot of the food, and some of this stuff doesn't even come from food. You actually need to get it
and as Canadians, and we're in the month of February and March, we're just not getting that much sunlight anymore. This is the blah time of year. So a good multivitamin, an omega-3 fish oil, and a vitamin D are my baseline. Okay. Really, really excellent. And a lot of people buy the vitamins, but they don't take the vitamins. Right. It only works if you take the vitamins. Yeah. So make sure, just try and make it a discipline every single day.
Right. Okay. Put them beside your breakfast or your first glass of water in the morning so that you actually take them. That's what I do.
And take them with food, please. Make sure you take them with food.
Okay. Speaking of food, it's nice to get some green into your diet, sometimes in a liquid form. Should we be drinking something green like every day?
You should be eating or drinking something green every day. I realize green drinks are a little bit expensive, but whenever you can grab one, it gives you a nice energy boost. If you can make it at home, make it at home, but eat or drink something green every single day, multiple times a day, as much as you can. Right. It is so alkaline, so energizing.
I know as part of the cleanse you have, the Dr. Joey cleanse, you say drink chlorophyll, which I see a lot of spas as well. What does chlorophyll do?
So chlorophyll is what give the leaves its pigment. It's very, very deep green. It's very alkalizing. Okay. You want your body to be alkaline. If you're acidic, you can be inflamed, you can have digestive issues, you can gain weight. So the body tends to want an alkaline environment. But the chlorophyll does stain clothing, and I've had a few Cityline viewers say
it's dark.
It's dark, so just be careful if you buy it by mint flavor. You'll like it more. Yeah. A teaspoon in your water every day. Oh boy, does it feel good! It's great.
Okay, good. Yeah. Great. Thank you for that self-care.
You're welcome.
I'm going to throw one more thing onto the self-care menu. Okay. How about a little bit of sexercise?
Oh, that's not my segment.
I was going to get you to do this with me, but you know what? I'll let you off the hook. Brent Bishop is here, everyone. Welcome back. This is a fun one. Disney on Ice, Follow Your Heart will be at the Rogers Center March 15th to 19th. You can see more than 50 of your favorite Disney stars all in one show. And this year, Finding Dory characters will be making their Ice debut. So our audience will all take home a pair of tickets and we're going to draw for a VIP prize pack after the show, which is awesome. Have you guys ever gone with the kids? Oh, my kids love it. He might go for it. Well, as you know, if you've been watching Cityline, our 2017 initiative here is all about Cityline Real. We're being mindful about what we post on social media. We're being truthful about how we live our lives. And we've asked our audience to share with us what their real is right now. That one thing that's so close to their heart they wouldn't even post it on social media and may only share with very close friends. Here's what they shared. What is happening in your life right now? What is your Cityline Real?
I am going through the aging parents, okay? I would not have imagined seeing my parents go through what they're going through now. To see them go through all the health issues and not being able to do and socialize like they used to, very difficult.
I'm trying to potty train my daughter and I want to pull my hair out. And when you said, oh, posting pictures, I'm like, I want to post a picture of the poo that I just took out of her diaper or her underwear this morning, but I'm not going to post that.
I've been working as a nurse for several years, a lot of stress and a very serious job in the sense that I've had enough, and now I have left my position about a little over 2 years ago, and I can't find that new role.
I don't think we're having any more children, so going back to work, knowing that this is like the end of my years as a new mom, I guess, it's hard, sort of leaving the baby we lost in the past and starting a new chapter.
I have to say, I was really heartened by being able to just walk into the audience area and get everyone to just reveal their truth like that. I think it was amazing, and it was incredible that everyone was willing to go there, because we all have that thing in our life that we're protecting that might hurt a lot, but that we don't necessarily want to share with the public. So it is a big deal to ask people to reveal that, and now it's our turn. Rabina, do you have that thing? What's your real?
I do, and I'm an open book. I've said it before.
Yeah,
my real is actually aging. It's getting old. And when I say getting old, it's not about wrinkles and rimples and whatever. I've got them already. Yeah. It's more about being on the outside looking in at people that I see on the streets and how they look lonely and sad, and sometimes just you losing the inability to be able to do things for yourself frightens the crap out of me.
Okay.
One day I'm going to be there, and that is going to happen, and I don't welcome it at all.
I've read that loneliness is one, like we've never had this level of loneliness in Canada before, because there's so many singles living alone without those contacts. I get it. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah. Okay, Brent, is there something that real for you?
Well, for me, it's my son. It revolves around my son.
Yes.
I have a 4.5-year-old, and it started when just leaving him at daycare, where he's like, how they're crying and stuff. I was worse than he was, and then taking him to school, JK and that. But now, there's a lot of changes in my life, home life and work life, where I have to travel a lot and that, and it's hard to leave him, because he's, Daddy, where are you going? That whole, just to hear his voice, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough.
It is so tough.
Definitely.
It's tough to leave them, and everything is like a stage and a phase. So then there's going to be a new stage. Even when we were talking about the bottles and the pacifiers, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I remember that. I remember thinking it was such a big deal. I remember the drop-offs of daycare. Yeah. I was such a wuss about it. I made my mom and my husband do it. I just didn't want. I
wore
couldn't.
Shades.
I couldn't do the disconnection.
Yeah.
So I'm very superstitious. So I'm not even going to give anything life.
Vague.
All I'm going to say vaguely is I have a lump in my throat talking about this.
I know.
We're a really close bunch, my family, the Schulmans, all of us. So I just, you know what? May they all be well. That's all I want to say. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just move it on to you. Your turn.
Okay. Okay. All right. I can do this. It's about my parents. Watching them age is hard. Oh God.
Keep it together. Let's keep it together.
I love them a lot, and I want them to live forever.
And I feel like we're superstitious. I always, why my husband say, why are you always knocking stuff?
Live forever. Just knock stuff. Knock on wood. Do whatever you can at home.
Yeah, throw some, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you need to do. Yeah. Let's go to break. Okay.
Cityline.
constantly monitoring our Facebook page because of the weight loss challenge. Everybody is in there helping each other. How many voices are we hearing on Facebook right now? How many members do we have?
So we broke 4,000 members over the weekend, which is amazing. 4,000 very active members.
Yeah, which I love. So people are helping each other, sharing recipes, having each other's back, and we also got a lot of questions on that page. So I thought now's a good time to ask you about them. One we get a lot, do I need to avoid fruit because it has sugar?
So I get that question a lot. People are on sort of radical dietary approaches and they're cutting out fruit altogether.
Yeah.
Don't cut out fruit. Fruit is not on this planet for us not to have it. So I'm not saying eat fruit all day long, but certainly have blueberries, raspberries. You can have 2, sometimes even 3 fruits a day. I want you to get the natural sugar from fruit. It's good. It will help you pre-workout, post-workout.
For sure. Okay, fruit's okay. We have one woman on Facebook who has totally cut out sugar. Her name is Alma, but she sent us this before and after picture, and we were just completely bowled over. So she says, I have to tell you, I've seen inches go down faster than weight. I am so happy. She should be. I was more concerned with my waistline, which I believe is the main cause of women's heart issues. She cut out her sugar completely so she doesn't wake up with migraines, which I think is incredible.
It's huge, huge.
She's extremely proud of her progress. Thank you so much for coming into my life. That's what she's saying to you, Joey. And I'm extremely proud of her. I think it's great that people, you know, some people just started the program in January and they're seeing amazing results.
And
so
just to mention that we have groups of women in Calgary, Vancouver, coast to coast. They're meeting on the weekends.
Yeah.
They're creating friendships. I mean, our little group has created such a friendship. So things are happening. Things are changing across Canada. It's so exciting.
It's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the celebrities for a second, because speaking of radical diets, one question is, celebrities are cutting dairy and wheat to lose weight. Should I do that as well?
Yes, well, Miss Gwyneth keeps me very busy, because whenever Gwyneth does something or posts it on her website, people say, well, should I cut out wheat and dairy? Because she's doing it. Not necessarily. If you have a sensitivity to it, then yes. And you'll know you have a sensitivity to a food if you feel tired, bloated, fatigued, inability to lose weight. So I can't do wheat or gluten. I do better without it. Now, I do have a theory here that as we get older, we need less grain, less gluten, less wheat. So minimize it. If you feel better off of it, get off of it. If you feel better off of dairy, try high-quality dairy products, goat's cheese. Organic cheeses are better. So don't follow the latest celeb just because they're doing it, but oftentimes they're consulting with good nutritionists too, so there might be a nugget of truth there. So as far as wheat and gluten, try minimizing it.
Right, okay.
Dairy, you know, try a little goat's cheese if you're having trouble with cow's milk.
Okay, all right, fair enough. You don't ever need to go radical.
You don't need
just
to go
try
radical.
and see how your body feels.
Try and see how your body feels. Pay close attention, because you forget how good you feel when you feel good.
Yeah.
And when you're feeling aches and pains, write it down. I want to know, because when you come back and you're like, no, it didn't work. I'm like, but you're wearing a size smaller and you're straightening your hair because your arm doesn't hurt anymore. So something different is happening here. So something different.
Something happened.
Yeah.
All right, another great story. This is Karen L. So this is her before and after pic. She says, like a lot of women going through menopause, I'm 54, I'd gained a considerable amount of weight. It seemed to creep up slowly, girl, I know, around 10 to 15 pounds per year. So when I saw your program on Cityline, I jumped at the opportunity to finally get back on track with my health. After losing my first 10 pounds and 5 weeks into the plan, I reached my first of several plateaus, which we know and we've talked about. What helped me to move past each plateau was all the wonderful stories, support, words of encouragement from all the people online. So she's finally reaching her goal. So thank you again for this wonderful program and the online community of support. If you're following the program, Karen's been doing it for a really long time, because we've been doing this every year and every season. If you're following along, make sure you check in online, because, you know, if it's Sunday at 6 p.m. and you can't get in touch with anybody in your family or your friends and you feel like you're going to go through the box of cookies, it's a good place to visit.
And it is always active. So if it's Sunday at 3 a.m., shockingly, if you go on Facebook,
they're there.
Oh, she's up.
That's good.
Yeah, so there's always someone to talk to, connect with, right, guys? Yeah.
Well, Joey, you're going to be live on our Cityline Facebook page right after the show today. That's 10 a.m. Eastern, answering questions. So be sure to join Dr. Joey in just a few minutes on Facebook, and she'll get to as many as she can. She promises.
I promise.
She promises. Let's go to break.